We are at video number 0010. Who am I? Within every human being shines a spark of the divine, eternal, indivisible, and infinite. There is only one supreme being, and this one presence dwells completely in every soul. There is only one supreme being, and this one presence dwells completely in every soul, just as the entire sun can be seen reflected in each tiny droplet of water. If this divine spark lives equally in all, then every person carries within them the same potential for goodness, wisdom, and love. Realizing, understanding, and constantly remembering this divine essence, our true self, is the very foundation of all human virtues and the path to peace, compassion, and self mastery. The student is asking a question. I have read that within every person there is a divine spark, something eternal and pure. But what does this truly mean? Am I not just this body and mind? The Guru replies, that is the very question Arjun asked Lord Krishna on the battlefield of life. Who am I? The divine answer was simple yet eternal. You are not the body, nor the mind, nor the fleeting emotions. You are the immortal self, the Atman, which is one with the Supreme Being. Just as the same sun shines on all lands, the same divine light shines in every heart. Bodies differ, languages differ, temperaments differ, but the essence within all is the same. The student is asking another question. But if this divine spark is the same in everyone, why do people act so differently? Some kind, some cruel, some wise, some ignorant. The Guru replies, because though the light is the same, the coverings differ. Think of the sun's light passing through colored glass. Red glass makes it appear red, blue glass makes it blue, yet the light itself is pure and unchanged. Likewise, The divine within us shines through our thoughts, our habits, and our emotions. When the mind is pure, the light shines bright. When the mind is clouded by greed, anger, or ignorance, that same divine radiance appears dimmed, though never destroyed. The student is asking another question. So, if the divine cannot be destroyed, then even the worst person still carries that same divine spark. The Guru replies, yes, absolutely. Even in the darkest heart, the light remains hidden but never gone. The Bhagavad Gītā says the self cannot be cut by weapons, burned by fire, wet by water, or dried by wind. It is eternal, all pervading, stable, immovable, and everlasting. These are the verses number 23 and 24 of chapter 2 from Gita. This means that no sin, no sorrow, no suffering can ever truly harm the divine within you. The outer personality may fall, but the inner self remains untouched, waiting patiently for the moment of awakening. The student is asking another question. How can I come to realize this true self within me? It sounds so high and spiritual. How can an ordinary person experience it? The Guru replies, the path is simple, though it requires patience and sincerity. Begin by remembering who you truly are, not this restless mind or fragile body, but the eternal witness within. When anger comes, say, I am not this anger. When sorrow comes, say, I am not this sorrow. When joy comes, say, even this joy will pass. I am beyond it. This practice of inner awareness gradually clears the dust of illusion, allowing the divine light to shine forth naturally. The student is asking another question. How does this understanding help us live better lives in this world of conflict, desire, and pain? How does this understanding help us live better lives in this world of conflict, desire, and pain? The Guru replies, this is where the true beauty of this wisdom reveals itself. When you realize the same divine dwells in all, you cannot hate anyone. You cannot harm another, for you see yourself in every being. Compassion flows naturally. Forgiveness becomes effortless, and love becomes your nature, not your effort. This is what the Gita calls seeing the self in all beings and all beings in the self. When this vision awakens, selfishness ends. You act, but without pride. You serve, but without expectation. You live in the world, but the world cannot disturb your peace. The student is asking another question. So, the realization of the divine within is not only a personal liberation, it is also the root of goodness in the world. The Guru replies, yes, indeed, all true virtue arises from this awareness. When you know the divine spark is in all, you naturally practice truth, non violence, humility, and kindness. You no longer need commandments. Goodness springs from your very being. Goodness springs from your very being. The Gita does not demand you to escape the world. It teaches you to transform it by living as a conscious instrument of the divine. In that state, every thought, word, and action, in that state, every thought, word, and action becomes an offering. Every duty becomes sacred, and every person becomes a reflection of the same eternal one. The student is asking another question. Is this why the Gita says that the wise see a learned scholar, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and even one who eats the dog with equal vision? Yes, that verse, number 18 of chapter 5 from Gita, reveals the heart of spiritual equality. The wise see not the outer form, but the divine presence behind it. The differences that divide humanity, race, religion, status, wealth, all belongs to the body and mind. But the soul has no caste, no color, no gender, no creed. To know this is to become truly free, to live without fear, envy, or prejudice. The student is asking another question. Will this understanding truly bring me happiness? The Guru replies, not just happiness, but peace, that no sorrow can shake. When you know you are the immortal self, you stand beyond loss and gain. You may act in the world, love, serve, and even suffer. But beneath it all, you rest in unbroken serenity. That is the promise of the Gita. One who sees inaction, and action in inaction. That person is wise. Verse number 18 of chapter 4 from Gita. It means that even while living and doing, your inner self remains still, like the sky, untouched by passing clouds. The student is asking another question. Then, to live wisely is to live as the soul, not as the ego. The Guru replies, precisely the ego says, I do. The soul knows he alone acts through me. When you realize this, humility blossoms and your heart becomes a temple of peace. Remember, you are not a small wave lost in the sea. You are the sea itself appearing as a wave. The student is asking another question. What should I do now to begin walking this path? The Guru replies, begin with awareness. Each morning, remind yourself, I am a child of the divine. The same light that shines in the stars shines in my heart and in every heart. Let this remembrance guide your thoughts, words, and deeds. Meditate on the self. Serve others selflessly. See God in all. Slowly, the illusion of separateness will fade, and the peace of the infinite will fill your being. Closing words for you. The journey to realize who am I is the journey of every soul. You may search the heavens and scriptures, but the answer lies in the silence of your own heart. Know this truth. You are not merely a human seeking the divine. You are the divine temporarily experiencing humanity. You are not merely a human seeking the divine. You are the divine temporarily experiencing humanity. Realize this, and you shall fear nothing, desire nothing, and lack nothing, for you will know that you are that. Tat Tvam Asi. Thou art that. Hari Om.